things go wrong, make it right. The girl in my good time, and she too for my bad time. I love you, girl. The girl in my day.
We have been opportunity today to talk with one of the most celebrated Nigerian artists, Manfesto. Manfesto, you're welcome to the show.
It's always a pleasure being on your program.
Thank you very much, sir. You're welcome. Sir, can you please tell us briefly about your biography? Briefly, just let you throw light into let you things about yourself.
Well, my biography, how would I say that? What should I say about my biography? Well, I'm an adult data born. I'm the second to the last born of a family of 7. I was born and raised in Benin City. Attended my secondary schools there, primary schools there, even Akara school. So, what else do I say about me? Nothing more.
I don't want to know much about you and tell viewers out there things about you. The little I know about you is that you're the one who won the South Award of 2011, and you've done so many works with so many Nigerian artists, home and away, and you've been able to help some charity programs, some charity home. You've been able to donate to many lives. You impact change in so many people's lives. So I would like you, as the artist of the year, to please throw light into how do you be able to, how do you manage to get that award?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to Eko TV, Eko team for granting me this interview. There are basic fundamental issues I want to discuss on this program. First, like you said, how I was able to manage, how I became the South Music Award winner for 2011 as the most popular artist in diaspora. You know, that award is something I never wish it would come at that time, because I knew I was doing my best in the music industry, but at that point I never knew the award was going to come to me. But I own a lot of fans, and people like these fans appreciate what I am doing, and they were the people that voted. So for me, it was like when I was called upon, like, because before now in 2010 I was nominated as well, but in the same category I never won. So when they finally called me for the one of 2011 and said I was nominated, well, I just kept faith in God, and that was it. But at the end of the day, I emerged as a winner, and all glory be ascribed unto God.
In this European side, we had how difficult it is. We've seen how difficult it is for an artist to be able to excel, especially when you're in a community whereby the English language is not being valued. It's not like somewhere like US or London where everybody talks English. This is a community whereby they speak Spanish language, and you're not singing with Spanish language. You're trying to interact with the Nigerians in diaspora. How are you doing it? How have you been managing? What are the difficulties you've been facing in this area?
Apparently there are a lot of things that needed to be added to this. We living in Europe, and we're living at immigrants, but the population of immigrants must be put into perspective. And first and foremost, let's use Spain for example, and we have a high level of immigrants here in this country, and these people are mainly Nigerians. Though there are other African countries that are here, but these people as well, sometimes they flow with Nigerians because we like to predominate, But the bottom line is this: we have the crowds, we have the fans. So whether we're living in a Spanish land or living in an English country, what matters is you have your fans. And you can as well agree with me that over time there have been a lot of artists that have sung different songs that you and I don't even understand the meaning of the songs, and we dance to it. So the same thing is applicable anywhere. And if the people appreciate you, whoever they are, they could be even Nigerians that don't even speak the language where I come from, because most of the songs I do are interwoven. I use both
the both language, Benin,
my
English,
tribe,
Yoruba,
English,
I listened to one of your videos you did with these Congolese, whether they are from Zaire, I don't know why. I listened to the vibe and I said, this guy has gone far more than our expectation.
Yeah, because I have worked with a lot of Ghanaian artists. You know, I've worked with some Togolese artists, and right now I'm working with some Malian artists. And these people are not Nigerians. And but what matters is music is a universal language, and everybody seems to be fluent along it. If you're doing something that everybody is appreciating, no matter the language you're speaking, fine.
But did you think by working with these Ghanaians, you're trying to let them know about our language, about the Benin language, and by so doing they will start speaking the Benin language? Did you think you're sharing the Benin language with them?
You know, this is far from me. What we're doing, what I'm doing with these guys is not like I'm forcing them to or making them to want to speak Benin. But these guys appreciate what I do with the Benin language. You know, the flow, the blend between the Benin language and the English language that I use, that I'm popularly known for, is something that these guys appreciate. It's not like the Benin thing, the flow, you know. So I'm proud to say that if the Yoruba guys could rap in their Yoruba language and people like appreciate it wherever in Africa, and I'm doing something in the Nedo language in a minority group from Nigeria, and people are as well appreciating it, man, to me it's a pride. So I wouldn't just want to say like these people want to be speaking Benin by force or something. No, like, I just want to cut that out. But what the most important thing is the universality that is in the language. That's it.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone sponsoring you? Is there any company that is sponsoring you, that is helping you to push your music forward? The work I'm seeing in you is not something that one man can do alone. Sometimes I imagine how do you do this?
Well, talking about finance, I think the biggest breakthrough I have had has come from God Almighty and from hard work. You know, we all started from the scratch, like every other Nigerian artist wherever in the world. I mean, every other artist wherever in the world. But the most important thing now, these are the potentials that have been deposited in you as a person. And if you're able to harness your potentials, you can use them in various ways. You know. So what I'm doing today is, people see my videos and scream. People see my jobs and just, you know, wow, stuff like that. But what I'm really doing is packaging. I really don't have a sponsor for my job. I go to shows because I do package work. I get people coming for me, I get clients coming for me to work for them, to do concerts here and there, parts of Europe and everywhere. It's because of the kind of package work that I'm doing. So when I take my time, for example, I go for 2-3 concerts and I make money and put that money into one video or into one job, and it comes out, you're going to scream. But I'm not going to come from a show tomorrow and go buy some beer and begin to form like a big boy that I am, you know, do things. No, I just try to like maximize costs, you know, to the best way I can, so that I'll be able to bring out the best that I think I have. So my videos, my work are things I do on my own. I don't have any sponsors. I sell my CDs, like the CDs are sold in Nigeria. I mix some sales here too, pick up this money together from concert and everything, boom, put it back into the job. And that is what you're getting now.
Were you born into a family of musicians? Because the way you flow with your music, the way you play with it, is something like you were born with it.
Someone asked me a similar question. A Nigeria journal, a magazine from Nigeria spoke. They sent me an interview via the internet few minutes ago before you came in, and I was like filling their interview column, and they were asking similar question. I grew up from a family where my mom used to be like a leader of this cultural group. You know, oftentimes they come around my compound to do their normal rehearsals. And one of these occasions I was just privileged to be around, and they were rehearsing. You know, over time I've been watching them from afar. You know, they're doing the thing, and I'm just like, hey, these guys are doing the thing, I'm doing my thing. You know, holding my catapult to shoot anybody that comes, you know, stuff like that, like a grown child. And one fateful day, like, you know, these guys were doing these rehearsals, and coincidentally, I happened to work on them. And there was one lady that was supposed to be backing a particular chorus. She was absent. And they said, who could do this? And while they were still discussing, I just said, I could do it. My mom said, stuff like that. I said I could do it, and the next thing she said, I'm a swear down my head, you know, stuff like that. And when I sang, oh my God, it was like everybody was like, they marveled. So you've been listening to our rehearsals and you pretend like you're playing every word that you use. in their song. I sang word for word.
And how old were you then?
I think I was about 6 years old. 6 years old or thereabouts, almost 7 or something. And from that day they said, no, we're not just going to let you play around in this house. We're going to bring you to join this group. Like a little child, I had no choice. I joined them, little by little. From there, I joined the church choir. From there, I joined the school choir. Before you knew it, I became a head in the school choir. I became an adult choir, and I joined the adult choir at a very tender age, while I was supposed to be in the agape choir or the children choir, because the potentials I was given, the solos that they want an adult to do that an adult couldn't even do well, I was doing. So before you knew it, it was like, hey, this guy is here, he's there, like stuff like that. I became a little hero in my community.
Now you tell me, when you were starting, when you come up with this idea of being a musician, do you find support from any of these big artists?
Well,
if not financially, maybe what
that's what I wanted to say, because support varies. If you're talking about support, there are people that have given you supports in with your words and things like that. I actually think I had a lot of support. I just wouldn't want to deny that, but I wouldn't want to mention names. I had support from a whole lot of people, but above all, the best support I had was from my own friends who believed in me right from time. Like my cousin that we actually lived together, he knew what I was doing.
From the family you are from, are you the only person doing music?
Presently, yes, I am.
Do you think any member of the family have interest in music as well?
I have a young generation of artists that are coming up with that family right now, but they just coming up. They're starting the way I also started some years back. So maybe with time they're going to come to limelight by His grace.
So if you had to advise that kind of person now, or you to throw light into what he or her is doing, what would be your opinion? Or what kind of advice would you like to drop for that person?
The first one is self-esteem. The second thing you watch out for is hard work and dedication. Success don't come by mere wishes alone, but through hard work and dedication. Oftentimes a lot of people wish to be successful, but only a few of them will want to be hardworking and dedicated. And if you're just doing that, you're not expecting a good result. But if you put in all efforts, and you're dedicated to whatever you're doing, I'm sure at the end of the day, you're going to get to the top. So for me, I've not even gotten to where I want to be. I think I'm just starting, if you ask me. And you might think that today Manfesto is a celebrated name, fine. To an extent, yes, but that is not where I want to be. And that is not what I want to do. I want to be able to place myself on a limelight, on the continent of Africa and on the world at large. So this were my these were my dreams, and that's what I'm working towards right now. And little by little I'm going places. So that's it.
Sir, please, can you tell us the challenges you were facing in the European and the Nigerian market, the difficulty you were facing?
Well, I think the Nigerian-based artists enjoy a wide range of privileges than us here. If you're trying to draw the checks and balance, you will discover that they certainly will not be an equilibrium between these two places. Like in Nigeria, you enjoy the radio adverts, you enjoy the everyday media adverts, you enjoy the television screens, the local TV stations adverts, and before you know it's easier in Nigeria to penetrate into the market. But doing it from Europe here, the challenges are quite enormous. First and foremost, your major source of publicity that you have is the internet. The major source of publicity that you have is the internet. Only a few people have time to watch their satellite stations, to watch your TVs, to watch your music on satellite TV stations. So apparently you see that we'll be facing a larger problem than the Nigerian people. But for me, I've been trying to balance my equilibrium, but it's certainly not possible. But I've been trying hard to make sure that so long as the people in Europe are feeling my music, the people in Nigeria should be feeling it too. So I try to balance this equilibrium. Like I said before, I do a lot of TV adverts in Nigeria the same way I'm doing on the internet here. But so far so good. I'm happy that I'm known back home, and as well I'm known in Europe. But I'm sure if I was to be based in Nigeria, perhaps maybe I would have been known
more than this.
I don't know.
That's good. That's good.
I don't know.
That's good. That's good. So I was opportune to be the Eko TV Show was opportune to be in one of your events in Italy, Padova, and the crowd that was in that event that day was more the Eko TV expected from the Nigerian crowd. And suddenly we saw you pulling the crowd, making them shout and scream. How do you do this?
Wow. That's not
it is not usual within the Nigerian artist to make the crowd scream.
I would say it's not in my making, it is in the making of God. I think God is the giver of talent, and the rest is just left for me to, use what God has given to me to the best of my capability. Making the crowd scream or perhaps bringing a whole lot of crowds to my show, I think it's as a result of the good work that I've been doing so far. I think I've been giving my fans a whole lot of music that they just want to hear over and over again. So if you ask them to come for Manfesto show, they are gladly going to come because they know he has a lot to offer. If you listen to my Netete album, you see that there's none of the tracks that have never made, that has never made impact in the life of people. My song is something that comes from, like, how would I describe it? My inspirations are just a day-to-day life. My songs are just straight to the point. A day-to-day life. I get my inspirations like from everything that happens in an environment. Things that happen to people, and I just put them together and I make a song out of it. So if you play my song, it's talking to you, it's talking to me. So whoever hears a song like that, they want to play it over and over again. It's not like I'm talking about someone who want to ghost or something. It's a song that's affecting you directly, or me. So because of that, I think that's one of the reasons why I've been able to command a whole lot of fans.
I like your song. I'm not the only one that like your song so much. I know there are other fans that love your song. But what is your hit tracks, the one that motivates people?
I was born by a woman. She carried me for 9 months, and she actually taught me a whole lot of things because I never really grew up with my father because he was elsewhere while I was living with my mom. So I became so passionate about my mom. But growing up as a person, love songs that I write are basically inspirational songs. It's not like a woman is contributing to the idea of that song. Are you getting what I'm saying? It's not like a woman is contributing to the idea of me writing the song. You might just be, like I said, every song I write is from inspirations that I get directly. Are you getting what I'm saying? When I wrote The Woman of My Dream, a lot of people never understood what the song meant. But that song is talking about the woman of my dream. Dream. If you dream about something, it's not like the reality woman that you already have. You're dreaming about a particular woman. If you ask every potential young man, he will say, this is the kind of ideal woman that I want. And I said in that song that a woman of my dream that I pray for, a woman of my dream that I wish for, I think of, and I wish for. She's not minding if I'm tall or short, even if I'm black or white. She loves me for who I am and not for what I have. I said, even when them say I am not good, she will say I am too much. And when they say she's not good, I will say she's too much. And that is the ideal woman that I want. So I was actually talking about life in generality. But a whole lot of people never understood where the song was coming from. So they thought maybe I was singing the song for a particular person. Like you just asked, like if somebody's contributed to the idea why I sang the song. So every love song that I have written are based on the things, the ideas that I get. The things that I wish for or that I'm seeing around me that has to do with love. Even if not directly affecting me, but affecting people around me day-to-day life. So that's where I get my love song from.
Sir, as a superstar, a handsome young looking man, with the name, the face, and the money you've got in this music industry, I know a whole lot of women would like to occupy your space, would like to be there with you. Honestly, we really want to know if you are married.
Well, that question is it's one question you'll be longing to ask me. You know, off and behind the camera. You know, on and behind the camera, you've been wanting to ask me that question over and over again. I am not married, but I'm not searching as well. I'm single, but I'm not searching. I'm okay where I am. I think it's a normal thing, like, you know, as a celebrated personality, a lot of, you know, friends, you call them boys, women, whatever, just want to be like around you. But the most important thing is you knowing yourself and knowing whom you are. You know, as a star, you know, there are one thing that is bound to happen. If you just not careful, you know, you might end up being misled. A lot of people have fabricated stories against a whole lot of stars, you know, including myself, that things I have little or no knowledge about. You know, some guys will just forge nothing out of nothing, just to make sure that they feel like they associated with you or something. Maybe somebody you just greeting, you're friends to, you just maybe once in a while you talk as friends. You know, she might just use the privileges and have any to like want to tell her friends that she's dating you or stuff like that. But oftentimes it's something that is quite common with, you know, celebrated names. So I've discovered that a lot of people see things that they don't know about. You know, you see they give people a lot of wrong names, like things that you don't even have knowledge about. You know, maybe you're in the studio cooking up something, you're somewhere writing, and somebody's fabricating stories behind you. You get what I'm saying? So if you ask a whole lot of people the same question, they'll tell you the same thing. Like, it's common thing that all artists face. You know, if you do a thing like it's 1, like it's 10, you know, nobody's going to talk about that. You know, but if an artist does 1, everybody's going to talk about it. So that is it. The question.
I was in London some few weeks ago, and I met with some upcoming artists, some Nigerian boys, residing in London, and we have time to throw light into your matter, into your works. And one of them told me how you've been of help for him. Why are you really so generous, trying to help the upcoming artists, to give them good light and give them words of encouragement? Why are you doing it?
Okay, the question is it's a big one. The answer is not far-fetched. If you look back into where we're coming from, and sometimes you want to, like, you know, go into retrospect and think about where we've been some years back and where we are today. I see people there today. It's a reminder of where I'm coming from, and if I have everything within my power to give them what they want and to make them what they want to become, I will gladly do, because I never had such privileges. I never enjoyed such privileges, owing to the fact that I grew up in an environment where I wasn't really opportune to meet with these big guys, you know. But for me, I've created an avenue for every young and coming artist to be able to reach out to me one-on-one. And when they reach out to me, they see me like one big thing from afar. And when I give them this chance to meet with me and I flow with them the way they don't even expect, they're like wondering, this is Manfesto, just like this, such a natural person, and things like that. So for me, if I have things to give these people a boost, I just gladly do it with no regrets. So that's what I've been doing, and a lot of them have been enjoying my courage, my support financially, and otherwise. So it's
The Nigerian industry, the Nigerian music industry, really have been doing well in these few years. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I'm happy today because I'm happier. Let me use the word I'm happier, because the industry today is enjoying things it never enjoyed while we were growing up as a youth. You know, when I was growing up as somebody who really loved music, you know, when we were still in secondary school then, I used to rap crisscross, you know, all over school and things like
and
that.
And honestly, we're doing it freely.
You know, we used to, no, you wouldn't even think about money or something. You know, we were rapping crisscross, you want to sing MC Hammer, things like that. You know, these were the kind of music we knew then. You know, but today it's a different ball game. You know, you wake up these days and see little kids singing Two-Face song, singing P-Square, because over time the industry has changed. The whole of Africa, the face is not in the Nigerian market. You know, even from America right now, a whole of Nigerian artists are integrating into America, and they are doing great. So I'm happy that in Nigerian music industry I've actually grown of age, So it's even growing by the day. So I'm happy that this is happening in my generation. So it's one of the things that we always pray.
Tell us, are you really happy with this career that you choose?
Well, I tell people attempts are good at anything you do, but oftentimes results are better. Basically I have a philosophy that I've been working with over time, and these are the 5 Ds of success that I've chosen as a person. The first one is you have a desire. The first D, it's like you have a desire. And the second D is you make decisions. The third D is you're dedicated. And the fourth D is your determination. But the fifth one is the utmost, you must get to a destination. And so I've been working with this thing, and it's been working for me. Music, it's my life, and I'm living it. I have a passion for music. The money is coming in. I'm happy the money is coming in. But even while the money wasn't coming in, I still have passion for it. So that was why I was able to strive to this level that I am today.
So, how many albums do you have since you've been singing, since you started this music career? How many albums have you been able to have to your credit?
Talking about albums, we did some albums way back in Nigeria, but though those albums actually never enjoyed good publicities, but not that they were not really good albums or something. I was still in school, I was still in the university then when I did the first album that I did, titled "I Be Not Be God." I still have some fans here in Europe that listened to that song way back then, and they say, Manfesto, it's now a full-blown artist and stuff like that. I did "I Be Not Be God" and later "Netete," right? I think so, yeah. So I did the Back Again album, and presently I just did the No Darling album.
And why you?
So my wonderful fans, I love you all from the depth of my heart. Without you guys, I'm a nobody. You guys actually made me who I am today. That is why each time I pray for myself, I pray for you guys too, because without you, Manfesto is a nobody. I want to appeal to the whole of you to continue to play Manfesto's music, to continue to show me the love that you guys have shown me over the time. For Netete to come in 2010 and today, that name Manfesto is known everywhere. It is because of you, and you. For those of you that have contributed in one way or the other, by words of encouragement, by words of advice, by even posting my music on the internet, behold, may the Lord bless you. And for those of you who also saw that, or who also thought that I am not doing it the right way, may the Lord also bless you. Because you too, you also have your contributions. Manfesto is open to open criticisms, but it has to be constructive. If you have to say anything, like you're not happy with this, or you don't like the way this thing is, I'm a normal human being, bound to make mistakes and correct them. But behold, my friends, I love you all to the bone. You guys are me. Now make me. If I smile today, now you make me. I love you all to the bone.
Fans are there. It has been wonderful being with Manfesto, the most celebrated Nigerian artist, aka Netete. Please, our fans, without you guys, this guy is nobody. Support him by buying his CD, playing his music in YouTube, get to know much about him. He has been of help to the Nigerian diaspora and Nigerian home back. Please, without you guys, there is no Manfesto. I beg you to support more and more and more. Do better than as you've been doing before. Buy CDs. Don't duplicate his CDs. Buy CDs. If you duplicate, there will be no Nigerian artist. Let's buy CDs. Let's spend little of our income to help this artist to grow. I remain your regular presenter of this show, Eko TV Show. All the way from Madrid, Spain. Get back to you some other time with another good artist. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You be the woman way I want. When things go wrong, make it right. The girl in my good time, and she too for my bad time. I love you, girl. The girl in my day.
Stay tuned. We'll get back to you some other time. Bye bye for now. See you guys.